So I wimped out from going to Zion National Park. Um, you know what? I'm not fucking sorry. Like, I'm really, really not, dude, because I sort of like approached it from a couple of different directions, and both of them were like really, really fucked up. Like, I don't know what the deal was with it. It was like I started going south on I-15, and that was totally fucked up. And I was like, oh my God, what is this shit? Like, this is just pure garbage. And then I started going south on 89, and dude, it was like the whole fucking thing was this tourist trap. Like, as far as I decided to go down, at least, it was just like a bunch of it was just stuff designed to just catch tourists, and just like, I don't know, it just didn't feel right. Like, it just did not feel right, dude. And see, whenever I'm traveling and stuff, like, I rely on my intuition almost, entirely. And whenever I start heading in a specific direction, if it doesn't feel quite right, I just don't do it. Like, even if I wanted to go there, and even if, whatever, even if I should go there, I just don't. I just don't. I just turn the fuck around and I get the fuck out of there. And I just feel like that's one of the most important things I would tell anybody about road tripping is follow your intuition. As it pertains to people, as it pertains to areas, like, even if you've heard a lot about an area and like everybody's like, oh yeah, it's so great and this and that, if you go there, if you get close to it, and if you feel like, oh, this is like not quite right, don't go there, dude, because maybe like everybody else had some kind of nice experience, or like they were like, meant to do it or something, but maybe you're not, like, maybe you're just not meant to go there. And I mean, is it any big loss, really? I mean, like, am I sorry I'm not going to Zion National Park? I mean, not really, dude. I mean, no. If I said that I was sorry that I'm like not gonna do it, I would be fucking lying. I would be lying. I'm not sorry. I was not digging the southwest corner of Utah. I wasn't digging the vibe. I wasn't digging the feels. And in certain areas, I wasn't digging the busyness of it. To be honest, it just didn't feel good. My intuition was like, dude, the fuck are you doing here? What are you doing over here? I was like, yeah, what am I doing over here? Like, get the fuck back over there. And I was like, no shit, dude. Like, because the vibe was fucked up. I'm telling you, like, the vibe was fucked up. Hey, kudos to everybody who can, like, go over there and do that and shit. And, like, kudos to anybody who can just be one with I-15 and just, like, just feel like that's even like remotely normal, dude. That shit on I-15 was not even remotely normal, okay? Like, it was fucked up. That was some fucked up shit. Anybody who can go down 89 the entire fucking way, okay, to Zion and all the other shit that's down there, kudos to you, okay? I'm glad you can do that. I'm glad, like, if you can stay at one of those sketchy ass rest areas off the side of fucking 89, hey, you go for it. You do that. Alright? But I ain't staying at a sketchy ass motherfucking rest area where there is no signal on either phone. Okay? I have T-Mobile and I have AT&T. Neither one of those motherfuckers had a signal probably like 20 miles down 89. Neither one of them had it. Fuck that, dude. Fuck that. Me getting off fucking 89 on some little sketchy ass rest area with no damn signal, bitch, please. It ain't happening. It ain't happening, and I ain't sorry on any planet ever, so there's that. I'm going back to the parts of Utah I actually fucking like, okay? Because because I really like Utah. Like, in fact, I would say the stretch of 70 that I've been driving today is probably the prettiest part of Utah, and I don't say that lightly. Like, I love Moab, you know, all those areas over there. Like, when you come over from Grand Junction into Utah, that, like, specific stretch of road is just mind-boggling, otherworldly, just insanely beautiful, okay? And I gotta say, I-70 going west, like, it really gives it the run for its money. Like, I mean, it's stunningly beautiful, and I would rather, like, drive back and forth on this stretch of interstate and stay at the rest areas that have, like, full signals. The beautiful rest areas that are just, like, they should be national parks in and of themselves. Don't tell anybody, though, because they might fucking start charging for it. Yeah, they're just as good. They're just as good as any national park, to be honest with you. Like, the vibe was whack, y'all. Whack. And it's like, usually, like, I will stay at some weird shit, you know? Like, I have stayed at rest areas that don't have any signal or anything like that before. Like, I've done that, you know? But today, because I went to scope it out, I was like, is this something that I'm, like, comfortable with doing? No, dude. Like, fuck no. Like, oh my God. I'm an interstate rest area road tripper. That's the conclusion I've come to. Like, and, like, some highways have good rest areas too. You know, it all boils down to whether or not there is a signal and you can call for help, right? Because everybody around there knows, okay, that there is no signal. Everybody knows that you can't call for help. And I'm not saying that it's dangerous or that there would be a problem or anything bad would happen or anything like that. Like, I don't really think that it would. But if it did, you're fucked. And they know you're fucked. They know there's no signal. They know there's no service. And it wasn't like a situation of, oh, you know, I've got, like, a phone signal, but I don't have any internet. Because usually that's not cool with me. You know, I need to have, like, an internet signal, too. But this was, like, literally no service whatsoever. No, Annie don't do that shit, and I'm just not sorry, and I don't think anybody should be sorry. Even if people tell you, oh, it's a great place to go, or the reviews are great, or everybody's just freaking out about it, it's like, let them. If you get near it and you feel like it's not good, like, it did not make me feel good at all. Going down through there, even though it was absolutely gorgeous, it didn't make me feel good. And I pay attention to that. I really pay attention to that. That's all that you should ever pay attention to. Don't listen to other people. Don't just do what other people do because they do it and it worked out for them. No, don't do that, dude. Follow your intuition, follow your inner guidance, and that's going to get you... It's going to get you to your destination safely. I would go so far as to say that that if you don't listen to it, I think you're headed into a shit situation. Right? And, like, that's what I was feeling. I was like, well, you know what? I've got an option. You know, I can keep going down this road and probably be heading into a shitty situation, or I can just turn the fuck around and go back to what I know is, like, good. You know, what I know is, like, safe, and what I know I like. What I know makes me feel good, right? Because the scenery around Moab and that whole area and, like, this stretch of interstate right here, it makes me feel good. Like, it nourishes me and, like, nurtures me. You know what I mean? Like, it gives me something. And I felt like that whole area down there was, like, taking from me. It was taking, like, a lot of energy. And that's not okay. So, I'm back on the territory that I know is good for me, that I know... Like, not really right here. I don't know this area specifically, like the back of my hand, but I do know more over toward Moab like the back of my hand, and I've been there a fuck ton of times. And I've been, you know, throughout the north of Utah a fuck ton. You know, so I'm totally comfortable with it. I know everything about it. Well, like, you know, as far as like a traveler's perspective, not as far as like a local's perspective or anything. But I know everything about it as far as like where to stay, if it's safe or not. And yeah, I see no fucking reason to deviate from that at all. But like, fuck expectation. Whether it's yours or other people, when you're in the middle of something, if it doesn't feel right, don't do it. And don't be sorry.